Once upon a time, there was a little cat who lived in a small town. Wandering the streets in the nearby forest, she was feral and thus was wary of humans. Despite this, within her there was a deep curiosity. Why would they occasionally give her food and water, even though she could hunt on her own? Why were they so kind to her, even though she hissed at them in fear? While she was still scared, she couldn't help but feel some fondness for them. But the life of a feral was tough. Even though the humans were mostly kind, she still had to defend herself from the other cats and animals. Finding consistent shelter was near impossible, as cardboard boxes would be eventually thrown out and she didn't trust the humans enough to take care of her. Sometimes, humans wouldn't leave out food, or when they did, the other animals would eat it first. Then, to make matters worse, she would have trouble finding mice and birds to hunt. Nonetheless, though times were tough, she persevered. She lived as full of a life as she could, hunting, playing, and napping. But then one year, there was a winter storm. The humans were inside their warm little homes, shut out from the outside world. The other animals were nowhere to be found, no doubt tucked away in their dens. But the cat was alone, and didn't have anywhere to go. She wandered the streets, desperately looking for somewhere to stay, to hide from the ferocious, biting cold. Realizing there was no place for her to sit out the storm, she went to the forest, hoping for relief. But there was none to be found. Sad, alone, and surrounded by the harsh cold, she laid down and closed her eyes. So this is how it ends, the cat thought. The world faded, becoming more and more distant. But then, a soft voice rang out, and she was surrounded by warmth. Poor thing, what an unfair way to go. What to do? I know. I'll give you a second chance at life. The cat, now bathed in a warm golden light, found herself reincarnated into a mostly human body. Who are you? The cat asked. Things like who I am or why I did this don't matter, my dear. What does matter is that I am now giving you the name Dahlia Wintra, and I want you to go to this place. Most importantly, I want you to find happiness in this life. Just consider me a miracle, okay? A flyer landed before Dahlia's feet, bearing the logo of a certain company. The warm light faded, and Dahlia found herself alone as the winter storm faded. And thus began her new life.